Chair recognizes a gentleman from South Carolina, Mr. Clyburn, for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to announce that I've just filed a discharge petition on a resolution providing for the consideration of H.R. 2403, the Enhanced Background Checks Act of 2023. Saturday, June 17th, will mark 8 years since the massacre at one of the country's most historic churches, Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina. That racially motivated attack took 9 parishioners' lives and injured 3 others as they participated in a Bible study. It also exposed a loophole in our firearm background check system, known as the Charleston loophole, that allows individuals to purchase firearms prior to an approval of their background check. Tragically, that very loophole enabled the gunman, who I might add was not eligible to purchase a firearm, to acquire a firearm and commit that horrendous act. The Brady Act mandates criminal background checks for all gun sales at licensed firearm dealers through the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, NICS, and though most checks proceed within minutes and 97% are completed within 3 business days, if NICS has not completed its background check in 3 days, regardless of the reason, the dealer can proceed with the firearm sale. In Charleston, just because the gunman's background check had not been completed within 3 days, the shop had already sold the gun before he was deemed to be ineligible. Every year, thousands of weapons are purchased through this loophole that otherwise should be prohibited to criminal records or other factors, more than 5,200 in 2021 alone. Though this problem was discovered too late for the 12 victims at the Emmanuel AME Church, we must narrow this loophole to prevent future tragedies. Since 2015, I have introduced the Enhanced Background Checks Act, and it passed the House in the 116th and 117th Congresses. This bill provides the FBI with crucial additional time to complete a background check on a potential firearm purchaser before a licensed dealer can transfer a gun. If a background check has not been completed after 10 business days, a purchaser may request an expedited review by the FBI. This request for an expedited review will trigger a more intensive FBI investigation designed to resolve the case within an additional 10 business day period. If the additional 10 business days elapse without a response from the NICS system, only then may the dealer sell or transfer the gun to the purchaser. Transactions for prospective purchasers who do not request an expedited review cannot proceed until a background check is resolved. While I would hope the House Republican leadership would recognize the harm caused by the Charleston loophole and would bring this bill to the floor for a vote, this discharge petition would make that happen even if they remain unwilling. With strong support in the Democratic caucus, we just need a handful of Republican colleagues willing to put partisanship aside and do the right thing for the American people. I would respectfully ask that they reflect upon the 9 parishioners who lost their lives at Emmanuel AME Church 8 years ago. I hope they will conclude that to prevent lives from being needlessly lost in the future, they must ensure that the Enhanced Background Check Act of 2023 be enacted into law to finally close the Charleston loophole. That starts with signing this discharge petition. And now, Madam Speaker, I wish to close my comments by indicating that on Saturday, while I will be pausing in the morning to say a prayer for the families of these 9 souls, I will go to Bethel AME Church in Columbia to celebrate the homegoing of Miss Elise Martin, who, when she lived in Charleston and then came into my life, often worshiped at Emmanuel AME Church. Fortunately, the good Lord allowed her to live for 108 years. The pastor of Emmanuel lost his life.
The gentleman's time has expired.
Thank you very much, and I yield back.